What's up, people? So, I just wanted to show you guys and something to share. So, what we have here is a buena mulata pepper, which unfortunately is overrun. It's hard to get really close, but so that's all aphids, overrun with aphids. And right now, all of my pepper plants except for one tub, which I have here. It has a few, but I think I can salvage it. I had tried to keep up with pulling them off a little bit at a time, and I didn't realize that they were migrating to the roots. And I mean, underneath those lids, it's a perfect environment. It's humid. You know, they got moisture and everything, and they can just hang out on the roots and then migrate to the top. So even as I was picking them off, or trying to get as many as I could, they were just replacing themselves. So for those of you who don't know, aphids reproduce, they just clone themselves. They are literally born pregnant. So they can regenerate very fast and take over very quickly. For those that are wondering what's all the little flecks besides the aphids, that is rice hulls. And those came with, if I can find one, they are very hard to get into. And my camera, oh, there's one right there. Okay, so this here, it's hard to zoom in, but that is one of the good guys. So I bought, I think it was 3,000 lace wings, and it's just eggs that come with those little rice hulls, and you let them hatch. It's really hard to see, so, and I was kind of desperate, so I just sprinkled the entire package all over the room, on plants and in between plants and stuff, just to try to combat these guys, because they are, I mean, you can see it, they're thick as thieves, and it really just, it sprung up, and the more I'd pick, it seemed the more they would appear. So what I'm going to tell you guys is that if you don't know, rule number one when you're going outdoors is never bring anything inside, especially if you have any doubt that there is aphids or anything on your plants, because you can end up with an infestation of either aphids or spider mites. These things take over very quickly. So, and it's nature, it happens. But hopefully, these guys here, and I just saw an adult, but again, they are really small and they're hard to see. So, don't get discouraged in the beginning if you don't see. Like if you use these things for treatment and you don't see anything growing. See these little white spots right here? Those are the eggs for the lacewings. So, but a lot of people use ladybugs, and ladybugs are very efficient, and they eat a lot of aphids, but they also tend to fly more than these things, and they'll migrate a lot. So you'll find them all over your house. It was suggested that lacewings will be used because they tend to hang around wherever they are. So they will eat and eat and eat, and then continue to eat until they run out of food source, and then they will grow wings and they will fly off. Or they, and as long as there's food at the source, they'll continue to eat and produce offspring and stuff like that. So I really wish I could find that adult again, but anyway, they're really, you can look it up online if you're really that curious to see them. They're just actually really pretty, nice lacy wings. That's where they get their name from. But so hopefully we'll see how it goes. I may have to order another round, and if I have to do that, I will. But like I said, it was 3,000 of them, and they suggest a couple of insects per square foot, I believe it was. So I went heavy-handed with these things, so because it really is bad. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with y'all, and hopefully y'all don't run into this problem. But if you do, there's natural ways for you to combat it. There are, before I did the bug solution, I tried organic spray, and it's called spinosad. And I was seeing a little bit of results, but I kept having a spray. You have to reapply it a lot. And again, this is before I realized that they were on the roots. I thought because I have I have those pool noodles, and it's got a plug for the hole and stuff, but aphids are very, very tiny when they're first born, so they can squeeze into all those cracks. So, but as you can see on these, like these guys are really overrun. I tried spraying them off, hosing them off, but I have right at 100 plants at least. So it would have taken me, forever. And then I'd have to take them outside, hose them off, try to bring them back in. So I was almost to the point of just giving up and scrapping and saying, well, I'm just going to start over and really just clean this room really well, make sure there's no aphids in it. But I'm going to see if this route will work and if I can get them to hold off till the spring. And then, once we pass the danger of frost, I'm going to start putting stuff out into the greenhouse. So, I'm going to start growing winter stuff, but for peppers, they can't go out in the cold. So, but hopefully they'll just hold off. And then what I'll do is just buy, ladybugs and maybe and lacewings again, and just keep applying them in the greenhouse as a preventative measure. So anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I just wanted to share that. And like I said, if you don't want to deal with poisons and you really don't want to put that kind of stuff on your food, there is natural ways to go around it. So thanks again for watching, and happy growing.